Okay, so basically, what I want to do is I'm going to kick back, rewind a little bit. Jason, welcome to this Zoom session. I really want, my name's Paul Singh. We've spoken by email, phone call, and all that. I thought I'll get this in Sunday just to give you a start of a 10, so that I know what you look like, and you know what I look like as well, and really get you into the program. Now, and I want to thank Shaun Creech for the contact. And in fact,
yes, that was wonderful. That was a stroke of luck, I must admit. So I have thanked Shaun for putting me in contact with yourself, and it's been very appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, in fact, what I did do is I actually wrote a LinkedIn post about it. Okay, can I read this out to you, Jason?
Yeah, sure, please do.
I know you're not into LinkedIn, but I will get you into LinkedIn. So basically, I wrote this earlier, about an hour ago. ChillAir Training Academy zooms into Sunday training. It is inevitable with the nature of the RACHP industry. This evening, we will be embarking on our first Sunday evening Zoom session. We have Jason Burley from Portsmouth, who will be starting a Sitting Girls 60/90/20 Level 2 Diploma in RACP Systems in flexible course. In our true unique style, we will be delivering Zoom sessions remotely, along with block release to suit Jason's needs. I'm forever grateful to my good friend Shaun Creech, Portsmouth College, who recommended us to Jason. Thanks, Shaun, and welcome, Jason. Looking forward to taking you through the qualification of your choice. Okay, that's on LinkedIn, and already I've had 300 people look at it.
Really? Wow.
I normally try and get I normally get thousands.
I think I need to be in this LinkedIn there.
You do.
I need to be on this platform as well.
Well, when you're here, unless you do it before before you come and see us, you can sign up free of charge. And LinkedIn, it's a business tool. It's not like Facebook where people write, what they ate and their pets and stuff like that. This is for business people, and it's a professional platform. And I'm very fortunate to be on that. And I do like LinkedIn for writing posts.
I've briefly come across it a couple of times for work, but I shall have to look into it a little bit more, actually, yes.
I would encourage you to, because you'll network with a lot of people. And I frequently do posts on there about, for example, we did something last Saturday with a couple of lads doing complex systems and Danfoss control, stuff like that. And that was last Saturday, and 3.5 people have read that, which is quite a lot. So it promotes it promotes you, it promotes us, and it's telling the industry that there are people out there who are doing it differently, and then it's about that. So at any point, if you've got any questions, Jason, please fire away.
I haven't got any at the moment, Paul. I'm just totally trying to get myself fixated on getting to a different way of thinking, like say relax and participate. So it's I've been chasing jobs at the moment, like nobody's business. 2 or 3 jobs a day I've been chasing. It's all getting put to one side. I'm taking time off.
Okay. What I would recommend is, when the time is right, and I'll tell you when the time is right, I will start asking you to look for jobs, look for work, because I want you to start working before you actually completed the course. That's going to benefit you.
Right, okay, yeah.
That's going to benefit you from a practical point of view, and also you'll be earning as you're learning, so to speak, as well.
I'm quite happy if I can find an employer that's willing to take me on whilst I finish this course. And once I'll let them know I'm training for it, and I'm more than halfway through or something like that. I'm more than happy. Yeah.
Okay. The other one is that I will, at some point, obviously, Shaun's a good friend of mine, and he's got a lot of contacts locally to you, and I'm sure he can push you into the right employers as well. So
that's wonderful, Paul. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing that I'm very fond of is rewarding students. I don't know if you probably haven't heard, or you've not read. I like entering students for awards, like Shaun does. Students of the Year awards, stuff like that. ACR Trainee of the Year, I don't like putting myself up for rewards, I must admit, unless someone asks me to. But certainly, rewarding students is what I enjoy doing. For example, last Thursday we had the Cooling Industry Awards, the RACP National Student of the Year Awards down in London, and one of our lads was
Nice.
shortlisted finalists. You know, and
Yes.
I'm very
I bet
fond.
I bet that was quite a evening.
It was thoroughly enjoyable, thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoyable. And I must admit, I'm fortunate in the sense that, particularly the RACP Student of the Year Award, that's been going for about 28 years now. For the last 28 years, I've actually put in students consecutively, and for the last 28 years, I've had top 10 finalists every year it's been running. I've been fortunate and humbled with that. And so, I'm fortunate. A lot of people know me. The industry knows me. I come with a high profile, and that for me is important because I'm only as good as the last person I taught, so to speak. And entering students for the Student of the Year Award is something that I'm always on the lookout. So what I'm saying is, don't be surprised if someone I say, "Oh, Jason, let's consider putting you for this award," and that's not a promise, it's not a threat, it's just how you perform. And the situation is the fact that yes, go on.
I'd like to think if there's a possibility of me being clever enough to retain this amount of information, just the boss would be happy. I'd be more than happy. But like I say, if you start helping people with placements and other things like this, I think you're doing a great job highlighting the industry.
Oh yeah, I'm very much if you get onto LinkedIn, my profile is there. I'm very much into the industry in the sense that I'm and I don't like to blow my own trumpet really, but after 46 years in the trade, I think I need to, in the sense that I'm a fellow of the Institute of Refrigeration, the letters after my name. I'm also on the board of trustee, governing board of the Institute of Refrigeration as well. I'm chairman of the local refrigeration society in Birmingham, and my recent voluntary role now is I've just become a parent governor at my children's school early in September. So I'm very focused on A, the industry, and B, putting something back into the community, and that's on a global platform, realistically.
I think if you've got that attitude within your business, it's obviously it obviously sort of shines through elsewhere, obviously. In other places, if you've got that right attitude when it comes to like I say, just those 3 words, relax past this. But the minute you said that, I was just like, this guy's all right. He's and it comes across, Paul. It comes across. So I'm very, very quietly happy.
Good. And it's going to get better, and so I get a great satisfaction out of doing something uniquely, differently to everybody else. I mean, who else would have sat on a Saturday, Sunday evening, 6 o'clock, having a one-to-one? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And you got to that way as well, And
I thought
really good.
Yeah, even the wife said, "Oh, he must be quite keen if he's doing it 6 o'clock on a Sunday." So say Livy.
All right. What I want to do is say, really, all I'm saying is, you got my phone number. I'm 24/7. Yeah, it's not okay. So only ring me at.
I'll appreciate that, Paul. I'll appreciate that.
You can ring me anytime, or drop me a message or drop me an email, and I'll respond to it. Usually there and then if my phone's local. If not, then at my earliest convenience. But I certainly will. I like engagement. Yeah, I want to support people. I'm not just a 9-to-5 lecturer, as some people might think they are. So what I want to look at is really I'll talk you through the syllabus for the 60-90-20, and I'm going to share screen with you now, Jason. Let me just see if right. Can you see that? Okay, Jason. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay. It says persistent connection. So what I want to try and do is actually show you how to access the syllabus or the handbook on the Sittingbourne website. Have you ever done that before?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, so basically, you know, you got your Google search engine or your browser. Just put in there sitting guild.
Yeah.
Do a search for sitting guild, and then what we do, we click on sitting guild. Okay, so you get this. You get their first page, and where it says search, Jason, you can see search at top right.
Yeah.
I'm putting in there 6090. Okay,
69.
6090.
Yeah.
And don't forget this is being recorded. I'm going to send you a recording of this so you can play
Good.
back. Okay. And as we do
Brilliant.
in sessions more and more, you'll actually have a compendium of sessions that only you can see. Yeah. I mean, I don't put them on for public. I put them for unlisted. So we got that, and then here you got one result: refrigeration, air conditioning, heat pumps, 6090. And then I click onto that. That you get that page, and then basically, I mean, as regards to the information, it's saying, I'm just going to read this out. This apprenticeship is designed. It's not an apprenticeship. Forget that. What you're doing is you're doing a level 2 diploma as part of a longer program. Okay, it's a standalone. It's a standalone qualification, and it is part of the NV, part of the apprenticeship. But certainly, if you go into documents here, go into document, and you've got documents here, and you've got a document on program. We call it on program. Okay? So go into on program. Go into on program. You go to center documents, and the diploma. You got level 2 diploma, and you got level 3. So if you want to do after you completed level 2, there's nothing stopping you going into level 3, Jason. Okay, and we do that as well.
That would certainly interest me, Paul. That really would. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just planting the seeds. That's all. We always like to think we ought to have a path from A to B, but then we should look beyond B and go to Z, so to speak.
Yeah.
So this center document, if you click on the 6090 level 2 diploma in refrigeration, air conditioning, heat pump systems, that's the actual the syllabus, so to speak. Okay, so you'll come up with this level 2 diploma in refrigeration, air conditioning, heat pump systems, and then this is the guide, the qualification handbook. Okay. Okay, and that's got everything you need into there. Okay. Yeah.
I need one of these. That. Oh
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this will tell you what we're going. This tells you a lot about what this is. This is information about the qualification, the syllabus, and all the requirements. What I would say is that don't worry about the hours, because there's no way you're going to do. You don't need to do that amount of hours. They have notional hours. Like this is what they would do if you went to say Portsmouth College. They'll say, "Oh, you must do these hours." We don't. The way we teach you is very succinct. So the book might say, "Oh, you need 20 hours for that." I might teach you that in 3 because we're doing a 1-to-1. You know.
Yeah. Because everyone has different abilities, and you might absorb this material a lot quicker.
Of course, very much so. So this is individual for you. You know. But what I'm saying, this is a standard qualification handbook, and say, for example, it says level 2 diploma in refrigeration, air conditioning systems. Guided learning hours 450. Total qualification time. I don't spend that time. To do this qualification. Don't need to. Okay. Don't need to at all.
Fine.
But that's a lot. Okay. So this is information. You got the contents here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go straight to the unit that you're covering. Okay. Right. So here, these are the units that this qualification is made up of. Okay. So you've got Unit 201, Health and Safety in RACHP Industry. Unit 202, Fundamental Principles of RACHP Systems. Unit 203, Application of the Fundamental Principles of Vapor Compression Systems. And then 204, you got Functions and Features of RACHP Systems and Components. These top 4, okay, they are the online tests. They're theory.
Oh, right. Okay.
They're theory. There are some practical elements to that as well, but certainly that is the theory. And 201 is an online test. Then you got 204, that's an online test. And then 202 and 203, they're mixed together, Jason, to give you one test at the end. Okay. So
right. Okay, I see. Yeah.
We tend to sequence it. Get health and safety out the way first. That's simple. Then we do the 204 function features, and then we leave 202 and 203, which is a big paper at the end. You know, and then so those will be. I'll be tutoring you for those. And sometimes I'll say, okay, look at the syllabus. Whilst it down there, before you come up, have a look at it, research it, and then we sit down. I'll do some extra tuition with you and get you ready for the test. Totally flexible.
That sounds wonderful, Paul. That sounds absolutely wonderful.
This is the way.
I'm going to have a look at this because I've not even come across anything like this.
What I'm saying is, the colleges won't tell you that. Yeah.
I understand why. Yeah.
And I'm saying, well, if I can teach you the old adage, if I can teach you how to fish, you'll fish for the rest of your life instead of me fishing for you. So this is really showing you. You got the Sitting Bull's website, how to access the website to get the qualification handbook. Okay, because that's and I'll be asking you to refer to that and say, look, instead of having in the old days, you used to photocopy 200 pages for you. There's no point. We've got the net now. You know, it's easily accessible. You don't need to carry it around in your bags, apart from a laptop. So those are the theory bit. Then you got the practical assessments. You've got your F-gas already, so that's not part of it. That's done. Then you got here Unit 205. That's a practical assignment. Service and maintain RACHP Systems. Okay, and that basically is looking at carrying out a compressor change, and also carrying out a maintenance or service on a cold room or an AC unit. Okay. Practically doing it. Yeah. Practically doing it. Okay. Then we've got, and this isn't in any sequence at the moment. We've got 206, which is install and commission RACHP systems. So there's an assignment whereby you actually got to install a refrigeration cold room system from scratch, and do all the wiring as well. Yeah, so you got the pipe work to do, you got the wiring to do, different components. You pressure test, you evacuate, you charge, you commission, you recover.
No, that sounds good. I like the sound of that.
And that's, and what we tend to do there is we normally call you in for a week when you're ready and you have to practice and say, right, this week we're going to assess the assignments. And I want to make sure you're prepared for them. And you'll have your own cold room, your own unit to work on. There might be 3 other lads, or in fact lady as well, doing it, but you'll have your own kit, your own equipment to work on, and you'll be assessed individually.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff like that, Paul, because obviously I've had a lot of install and site work experience anyway. However, I don't think I'm the bee's knees by any means. It's just I may have a little bit of a head start on other people.
When I finish with you, you will be the bees. Jason, when I finish with you, you will be the bee's knees, and you'll realise yourself. All right, not an issue.
I like so. Well, most people get their qualification and then get their life experience. I've done it the other way around. I've got the experience and now I want to get the qualification, and
it makes it a lot easier. And this is the way to do it. Yeah, I mean, if you went to college, if you said to any college, right, I want to do diploma level 2, they'll say, right, you start in September, you finish in June, and that's it. Well, what we're saying is, you start when you're ready. We'll deliver a program to meet your needs, and then finish. And it's not about fast tracking the process. It's ensuring that you meet the qualification requirements, and if you can meet them quicker, fine.
Yes. Yes, that's I completely agree. It shouldn't be down to a set amount of hours or a set amount of time. It should be down to when you've learned those principles and you're ready to prove it.
I mean, we've got our own assessment centre, which has got the online testing, and if need be, I can open one. I mean, we do online testing on Saturday anyway, flexibly, and we can do them on a Sunday as well. As long as Sitting Bull's are up and running, we can actually do the online test and the assessment when you're ready for them. Yeah, and that's the important bit for us. We get you ready for the assessments, see how you're feeling about them. And if you say, yeah, Paul, I'm ready to have a go, then we'll put you in for it. If you say, Paul, no, I'm not ready yet, I want a bit more time, I'll say, no rush.
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying is we want to work at your pace, and that might be fast, it might be medium, it might be slow. We'll try, we do have a minimum pace that we want to try and keep and get the best out of you. And sometimes, yourself, whereas yourself, somebody else looking at you from the outside in can actually make a better judgment and say, yeah, actually, I think you're better than what you are. Let's try it.
Well, I'm totally open to taking on board everything, what people have got to say. So it just sounds like a very exciting opportunity to me at the moment, Paul. Especially with your attitude to everything here. It really seems a breath of fresh air, and it's just I'm looking forward to this a whole lot more.
Good.
Excitedly rather than anxiously now.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is there's no point in getting anxious. All we want to do is work with you to bring out the best in you. Yeah, and for you to get the qualification that you deserve, and you're going to put the effort in to achieve. That's it.
Well, that's it sounds like it's the right place. To be honest, Paul, I thought college might have been a little bit of a little bit too long-winded for me. But bumping into yourself via Shaun Creech has been like I say, it's been a breath of fresh air, and I'm going to have to get on this LinkedIn thing and have a look at all these hits you've been getting. But it's certainly something I'm looking for. Obviously, there's going to be some things I think I'm going to pick up a lot quicker. Other things I may be a bit dim and need extra, work and stuff. But in general,
not an issue. But I mean, my style, or our style, because I've got a colleague of mine as well, is not to hinder your progress. If we can make things easy for you to understand, easy for you to apply, then why baffle you with science? No point.
Yeah. Tell me what I need to know. That's I mean, because I must admit that there are a lot of things people overload you with unnecessary, and if it is, I understand the principles, but if it's unnecessary and it's never going to be used, but it's something I'm looking forward to. This is going to be
this will be hopefully. I'm confident there'll be an experience that you'll cherish and promote to others, and keep tapping into. I mean, we had a situation where, one way we recruit our trainers historically is that, so for example, I've about three or four people who've attended our courses as a student. They said, Paul, we love the way you do this. I want to become a trainer.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
And I mean, I've got some lads, they've all gone on to do their own bits and pieces, set up their own training centres, or work at the colleges. All I'm saying is that they've come through our hands, and I've tutored them how to teach. Yeah, and put them into, I've done the assessor awards and stuff like that with them as well. So I'm very passionate about getting the right people into the right, right places, so they can benefit. And the industry.
Well, I must admit, I'm very glad about this this sort of introduction meeting, because I think it's I feel I'm in the right place. I feel like I'm going to the right place. And
this is part of the training to come. So yes, So I mean, sometimes we'll have this session, and I'll be doing some technical training with you to get you on board and get you to understand. So what I'm saying here is these are the units that we'll be chasing, and then if we go further into the qualification handbook, not too bad about who works for, who wrote it, but certainly here we've got the unit title. So they're all mandatory. All mandatory. Health and safety, fundamentals, applications, functions, they're all mandatory units. So you have to do them. There's not an option. Okay. So then just looking at forget all that. That's just for the college, for the centre. So this is a summary of the assessment methods. Now, in Diploma term, you are the candidate, okay, and we're the assessors for the training. So it's saying candidates must successfully complete assignments for units 205, 206, 207. They're the practical ones, and then successfully complete evolve tests. The evolve tests are the theory tests, online tests, like you did the F-gas theory. Okay, so you got 501, 502, and 204. So basically, 501 is the health and safety one, health and safety test. The 204 is a function of features of a component, and 502 it's a mixture. It's an amalgamation of 202 and 203. Okay, the syllabus all put together. But as we progress through, we'll get you more and more. I'm very much into numbers in the sense that I'll say, oh, we're going to do 501 today, and you're going to think, well, what's 501? As we go through, you'll realise that 501 is health and safety. So not only the titles of the unit, but also into the numbers as well, what the code numbers are. Okay.
Right.
We'll get into that. Okay. Available assessment assignment. Sitting Halls has written the following assessments to use with this qualification. So all these are written up anyway. They're available. And then if we look at so this is telling us what the assignments are, what assignment methods. So here, so we got 201, we've got the health and safety unit. There's an assignment, and there's also so the 201 is the assignments. 204 is functions, and that's a multiple choice test. 205 is service and maintenance, that's a practical assignments. Then 206, install and commission, and it's got too many H's in it. That should be RACHP, single H.
Right.
That's an assignment. And I must say, I do stick out like that in the sense that if there is an error, I like to correct it. That's just me.
Yeah, that's well spotted. Yeah.
So 207, electrical systems for RACHP Systems, that's an assignment. And then you got 501, which is the health and safety multi-choice test to go with that assignment. And this is the end test here, the 502, which incorporates the 201 and the 202. So there's assignments to be done, practical assignment, and theory online test as well. And Jason, I do have a sequence in the sense that, do the health and safety first, get that out of the way, the theory test, and then work towards your 204. And as we progress through, we'll get all things planned and completed.
That's wonderful, Paul. I look forward to this. What you will have to do is furnish me with the information about how to access this on YouTube.
Yes,
it's been dropping out a little bit now and again, so I'd like to sit, catch everything again. But if I don't have great connectivity here, it does drop in and out a lot. But it's working better on the smaller screen now.
Okay. Right. Well, what the way it works is, I record the session, and then I upload it to YouTube on my platform. I've got a studio. Then what I do, I actually give you a link. Then you click on that link, and only you have that link. And you click on the link, and it opens up automatically. Okay.
Oh, that sounds easy. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
It's not as if you've got to search for anything. Otherwise, you'll be there for years and years. You search for something, and the whole lot comes up. But I'll be doing that. So after this session, I'll have to record it, put it onto YouTube, and then send you a link. Okay, and it's great because you haven't got to keep any notes. It's there for you, and you can access it from anywhere.
I do tend to go over my notes and check everything 2 or 3 times. I just like to get it up there. Okay.
No, and the other thing is that if there are handouts to be given, or we're discussing something, if I'm just I'm discussing a handout, then I can actually get that photocopy to you when you're up, or drop you an email as well. So how we communicate entirely up to ourselves. I mean, there are lots of handouts on the net that I use, and I'll be giving you the website that I use, so you know how to access them. Yeah.
Yep. Brilliant stuff.
So
Yeah. Appreciate it.
That's really the syllabus, for one of the better phrase. And if you go into the actual tests themselves, you got Unit 501, which is health and safety test. That's a 45-minute test duration. That's the online test. These are the theory test. The 204 here, that's 50 minutes. And then the 502, the end test, it's 120. So basically, there's 20 questions on that one. There'll be 60 questions on there, and about 25 questions on that one. Sitting will normally give you 2 minutes per question, roundabout, approximately. Okay. So that, and then here, for example, 204, these are the syllabus items. So Unit 204, we'll be looking at know the function of a range of RACHP system components. Number 2, knowing the operating principles of a range of RACHP system applications. Knowing the property of refrigerants, some of you have done. Know the property of oils. Know the operating principles of a range of control systems. Know the function operation of a range of test instruments used in the RACP industry. So it's really, this is giving you how many questions. In fact, there's 27 questions here. Okay, on that one there. So this is, again, this is in the handbook. It's available online on the Sitting website. And so pass mark is 60%. For all these tests, 60% to the pass. If you get over 70%, you get a merit. And if you get over 85%, it's a distinction. For some of these tests, you can, you say, I'm wanting to go for 100%. If you're 100%, like if you had 100% in your F-gas, then that just shows up as a pass on your certificate. But if you get 100% here, you'll say distinction. And that would be great, wouldn't it?
That's now you're talking. Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually allowing us to actually show how better you are than a pass. Yeah.
Yeah, a pass isn't part of what I'm after, Paul.
No, exactly.
Yeah, if there's the right opportunity, which very much sounds like would have
there is in these tests there are. Certainly. So health and safety, 201, no health and safety legislation, know how to handle hazardous situations, know electrical safety requirements when working in the RACP industry, know the safety requirements for working with gases and heat producing equipment. Oxyacetylene, brazing, cutting, welding, things like that. 6, know the safety requirements for working safely in excavations and confined spaces in the RACP industry. And basically that's giving us a number of questions. 4 questions on the safety legislation, 9 questions on handle hazardous situation, 6 questions on electrical safety, 6 questions on heat, working with gases and heat producing equipment, and 3 questions working in confined spaces. So these, again, I'm just showing you, Jason, that the information is there and will be related to that. When we get into it.
That's good. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So going further on, so in the actual handbook, it tells you what the test is about, what areas, how many questions there will be per area. And when we do that test, we'll look at those and we'll get you prepared for them before you sit the test. Okay. Further, I want to get into the actual units. Okay, the units. So the units in these are for each unit, the syllabus items are given. So for example, if we looked at Unit 201, health and safety, what we're saying is level 2. Forget the guide GLH. That stands for guided learning hours. Forget that. We're not even don't even need to go there. What we're saying is the unit aim is important. This combination unit provides learners with the essential health and safety knowledge and skills to demonstrate best practice in the RACP engineering environment. The unit provides learners with an awareness of relevant legislation and should underpin all RACP engineering activities learners take part in. Now, what I'm going to hold on, Jason. I'm just going to turn the light on.
Certainly.
Because what I want to do, I just want to take a shot of the screen. So if I do a LinkedIn post, which I will do at some point, then I've got that. So, excuse me, I'm just going to take a photograph. Okay, that's for later. I'll have to get you onto LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then we've got here, we've got the learning outcome, the learner will, no health and safety legislation. And then this is the criteria here, Jason. It's telling you the learner can, state the aims of health and safety legislation, identify the responsibilities of individual under health and safety legislation, identify statutory, non-statutory health and safety documentation, and identify different roles of health and safety executive in enforcing health and safety legislation. And then it also gives you what you need to know about on the legislation. So the legislation is the Health and Safety at Work Act, Electricity at Work, regulations, COSH, Control of Substance Hazards to Health, Working at Height regulations. So all these syllabus items you need to know about when we do the test. Okay, so this is the syllabus. When it's looking at individuals could be employers, employees, and contractors, all visitors to site. So it's looking at those. And how does the health and safety impinge on them, like that? Health and safety documentation, acts of parliament, regulations. You need to know the difference between a regulation and an approved code of practice. And we're getting into that. Different improvement notice, prohibition notice, powers of prosecution of the HSE, and providing advice and guidance. So we got what you need to know in statement form, and then also the areas of work knowledge that you need to know. Okay, and we'll be concentrating on that. Again, this is all in the. So, for example, learner will know how to handle hazard situations, assessment criteria. Things like identify common hazards, situations found on site, describe safe systems at work. So I'm not going to go through all that, but basically, state procedure for handling injuries sustained at work. This is
a lot of this stuff is it's pretty much up my street anyway, where I've been on site for the last sort of 25 years. So it's not going to be a million miles away to sort of skip through some of this once I've actually touched on it. Yeah.
Well, the way I'm going to do it, the way I will do it, we look at the syllabus content. We say, right, Jason, what do you know and what you don't know? If you know it, that's fine. Okay, we can briefly touch over that. But if there's something you don't know, then I need to make sure that you know it before you're ready for the assessment, and then do the assessment.
Yeah.
So there's a whole host of and that's health and safety, and all the units are in there. For example, if I skip through, I'm skipping through quite here. This is now, you did pressure, in your F-gas, you did pressure entropy diagrams, didn't you? You did, Jason.
So say that again, Paul.
Yeah, in the F-gas, you had to look at the pressure entropy diagram.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Again, it's in here as well. Yeah, so some of the stuff you do for the F-gas is also part of the diploma.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we'll be refreshing that with a view to aiming toward the diploma part of it. Again, it's repetition. Psychometric charge you haven't done.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant. It's something I need scrubbing up on anyway. That's for sure. Yeah.
Of course. So what I'm saying is that all the syllabuses are there, and that's in the and all this you can find on the actual website, Sitting Guilds website. So just to summarise, what's saying is Google Sitting Guilds, Sitting Guilds, get onto the page, do a search in the top right for 6090, and then that comes up. You get documents. Click on the documents, and then the level 2 qualification on program is where we get the qualification handbook. And then you can look at. I'm not saying look at it now or look at it during the week. I just want you to relax. Next week, I just want you to relax as much as you can, and come with a clear head. You look, by all means, look through your notes. Not an issue. Okay, just to refresh yourself on that, and then we normally start Monday morning at 9 o'clock. I think you've got the address, haven't you?
Yes, 1162.
1162 Coventry Road, B25 8PA, and bring your certificate, bring your folder, bring photo ID as well.
Yep, not a problem. Will do. Yeah.
So
but it's I shall have a good look at this over the next couple of days, Paul.
Yeah, it's there.
Just
it gives you a
try and soak
item
up as
that we're going to be covering. And so come when you come on the 9th, we'll be doing some practical and some theory as well. Yeah. Do you have any questions on that, Jason?
No. I'm all good with that, Paul. I'm all good with that. I'm going to have to I'm definitely have to get my reading head on and get stuck into that. But that's something I will that's something I will eat up. Yes.
Okay, great stuff. What I was going to show you are the YouTube scenario, in the sense that
yeah.
I'm just going to do something now. Right, I just want to. I'm not going to share screen with you because I want to go into my. What I tend to do, I'll send an email. Okay, I'll send an email, and I'm just going to pick something up here. Right, just going to go into my emails. Okay. Right. Right. Jason, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that I would say, let's just have a look at this one. Just looking at so I'm just looking at if I can. Right. Let me just do it this way. I'm just trying to quickly find a YouTube that I've made before, just so that I can show you.
Yes, and any material, Paul, you think is suitable, or it's something I should catch up on, please don't hesitate to send it, and I shall make sure everything gets everything gets a good looking at.
Right, let's have a look there. Oh, no, I can't find it. Well, I'll have to give that one a miss at the moment. What it is, I've got my YouTube channel, and I wanted to get into that. Let me just we've got a couple of minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to I need to go to Google. So, and then I need to go into my website, my email. Right, go there. That might be better. Sorry, my emails I've got. If I don't go through Google, then it doesn't allow me to search. For just for some reason not allowing me to do it. Right. I'll tell you what I will do. Not now, but when I've finished, I'll sorry, I'm just trying to look at this.
That's better.
It's not doing it. Right. Okay. I'm still here. Right.
I just suddenly realised I've been watching you on half screen for the whole
Oh,
meeting.
right. Okay. Oh, you got.
I've
I
just
hope you
put
got
you
my
on
better half then. I hope you got my better
pizza.
half. And yeah, I'll have to get into my what I will do. I'll send you. I'll send you by email. I'm going to record this session. I've recorded the session now.
Yeah.
Then I need to convert it and save it onto my laptop, and then I can actually upload it as a video onto YouTube through my studio.
Oh yeah.
I'll get a link, and that link I'll email across to you, and then you can actually see what you look like on screen. And the worst thing you can do is look at you realise what mannerism, like scratching your head you have, and it's really weird seeing yourself. It really is. And I actually was interviewed by Lawton Tubes. Have you heard of Lawton Tubes at all? Lawton Tubes,
No.
they supply copper to the industry. They're Coventry based and a good friend of mine. And they were doing an article on refrigeration. So what I might do, I might send you a link to download that, and you can find out a bit more about me, on screen. It's about an hour's interview that I had done professionally, and I'll let you have a look at. I'll pass that across to you. I wanted to just make the introduction, Jason. First see you, and also to set the scene of what to expect. So all I'll say is relax, participate, and enjoy. That's all I can ask you to do. And when you're in the practical, don't injure yourself for me or any of my team. Don't damage the equipment, and don't damage the environment.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
I'll even keep an eye on everyone else, make sure they behave themselves and not messing around. But it's I've been on site so many years, always keeping an eye on the lads. So, but I'm looking forward to it, Paul. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, and I'm looking forward to Monday week.
Brilliant. And if there's anything in the meantime that you've got a question about, or you'll want to discuss anything, just drop me a line, Jason. I'll drop you an email anyway, and have a chat with you during the week. But certainly, say for example, next week, I'm actually doing some apprentice training at the local college because they've got no staff. And the sad thing is, college is closing down now because all the trainers are retiring. They're all retiring age. And it is what it is. So Grimsby College is closing down soon. Cardiff College is closing down because there's not enough trainers in the industry. And I'm always looking at people.
That's really sad. Really sad. That is. But,
it really is. And I'm looking at ways to actually influence that through the IOR to see how we can do. How can we get people into the industry or trainers? And we need to work to collaborate between the industry and the training providers. Otherwise, the college will be fully kitted with the equipment, and no one there to use it, unfortunately. But we are working towards that.
That's certainly. I mean, I've always thought I can't stay on site forever. But who knows?
So I must admit, I've been in the trade 46 years now, and I started as a youngster in the industry, and I was invited to go the college I was taught at, Solihull College here. After done my training, they approached me and said, "Look, Paul, will you come and teach for us?" Which I thought, well,
really, that's what a great opportunity! Wow, yeah.
That was at the age of 25, and I've got to say, touch wood, I probably was the youngest trainer in the UK at the age of 25, teaching.
And that was quite a turning point for you then as well.
Definitely. So I've been doing training since 1985, and also I've been going on to site. I mean, the funny thing was that I fell into it by sheer luck, and I haven't looked back since. But in those days, we used to get 14 weeks holiday at college. And during the summer holidays, from say June through to August, September, I used to go back to the company I used to work at and get my hand in.
Oh, right, yeah.
To get the pro. So yeah, I must have. I've been lucky in the industry, and I've always been keen, passionate to pass that on, and I'm hopeful that my passion comes through, because that passion is what drives me, and it's that passion that you're going to get hindered with, or in a positive sense. I want that passion to come
through. Well, you definitely imparted that with me, Paul, and in it certainly I'm always keen and gets mustard anyway, but it's nice to come across somebody like yourself that's really keen in the industry as well. So I think it's going to be a perfect partnership. Like I say, I'm really looking forward to come up. Really looking forward to this. Yeah.
Jason, you made the right choice. Okay. And
thank you very much, mate. I think it was the right choice. And I think I found the right guy to do it. And I just, like I say, all I can keep saying is the same old thing, really. I can't wait for Monday week. I think it's going to be an eye opener. Like I say, not the sharpest tool in the box, but I'm keen as mustard, and I've been around the block half a dozen times.
Listen,
so
you're going to be amongst people who know a lot. Some people know nothing at all, and that's the interesting bit, in the sense that working with people of different aptitudes, skills, knowledge,
different abilities and different
abilities. I'm fortunate in the sense that I enjoy what I do. I always call it a hobby. Yeah, I've had a good hobby for the last 46 years, and here I am wanting to pass that on. So I'm going to sign off now, and then
okay, cool. Yeah,
enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I've got to get prepped for tomorrow. And then we'll touch base. I'm going to put this onto this recording now. We'll get converted into a file that I can upload onto the YouTube. And when that's done, I'll send you an email with the link. You press on the link, and it opens up.
Brilliant. That's superb, Paul. I appreciate that. We'll chat soon. But until then, I'll see you Monday week.
Okay. Cheers, Jason. You enjoy the rest of your evening. Really nice talking to meet you as well. Look forward to it on Monday. Okay, thanks.
All right, see you soon.
Good evening.
Cheers, Paul. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.